Joe Rogan had another. He's had Bob Lazar on before. Didn't he have Stephen Greer on as well? I'm not sure, but I know for sure that he had Bob Lazar on. So one of the things that Joe Rogan has done to help the deep state, satanic Illuminati, other than promoting Trump and all these other things, is shilling for the alien deception, as I like to call it. Aliens or demons. God did not create little green men that live on other planets and that come and visit Earth sometimes, okay? Joe Rogan is a deep state shill. He's a deep state shill puppet that helps to promote deep state agendas, including but not limited to the alien deception, by having all this. So one of the ways that Joe Rogan has helped to shill for the deep state, the Illuminati, the deep state are promoting the alien deception, the UFO deception. And Joe Rogan has helped that, what I call the alien deception, the UFO deception. Little green men on other places to come to visit Earth. Maybe we're made by aliens. The Bible does not teach. He had another shill on, another alien UFO shill recently, a woman shilling for the alien deception. Here's the Bible truth. Here's the truth. The Bible does not teach that there's little green men on other planets and that aliens come and visit Earth. No, aliens are demons. There's a connection between aliens and sleep paralysis, where some people have sleep paralysis, which is a spiritual phenomenon, and they see little green men. Other people see witches. Other people see other bad things. But aliens are demons. There's no aliens that God made, like little green men that live on other planets. So Joe Rogan is shilling for the deep state alien agenda again. And I've had videos pulled before, because apparently Mike Sam making videos calling out shills and work to expose them. It seems to be a pattern. If I make a video, Joe Rogan exposed, I get a hate speech strike. So let's see if I get a hate speech strike on YouTube for this video, because I'm calling out Joe Rogan as a deep state shill again, because he's shilling for the deep state alien agenda, the deception. They want to believe in aliens. Aliens are demons, okay? Which means there's no little green men that live on other planets that come to visit Earth. And he had on a shield, he's had on a F-16 fighter pilot, he's seen UFOs, shield for the deep state. Joe Rogan platform, that person is helping the deep state to promote this alien deception. They want people to believe lies. They want people to believe this alien deception. They don't want people to believe in the Bible, in God. They don't want people to believe the truth. Joe Rogan had on another alien shill, another deep state shill, shilling for aliens, little green men. And if Rogan want to have on an interesting guest, why doesn't he have on Tom Levy? Why don't you invite Tom Levy, Joe Rogan, to your podcast? Why don't you invite Tom Levy to your podcast, Joe, if you want to invite somebody? Why don't you invite Tom Levy to your podcast? You had Susan Humphries on. Susan Humphries is not as competent when it comes to teaching on health fitness as Tom Levy is. I don't like Tom Levy. Tom Levy is a system shill. Now, there's shills that are worthless a lot and less worthless. And there's people that are shills but are valuable somehow. So this video is being shadow banned, as usual. That's the point. Tom Levy, Joe Rogan is a deep state shill. He's helping to shill for deep state agendas. And one of the things that show that he's been helping the deep state Illuminati police is that he has all these guests promoting the alien deception. This lie that there's aliens that visit Earth and they live on other planets or in other solar systems. They come out with spaceships. That's a lie. There's nothing in the Bible about God created aliens that live on other planets. There's no biblical proof. There's no scripture that back up claims that there's little green men in outer space that they live on other planets and come visit Earth. Aliens are demons, meaning people that do psychedelic drugs and see aliens, they're seeing demons. People that have sleep paralysis and see aliens, they're seeing demons. That's enough said. check out my new Rumble. My old main account is Critical Mass Mike Rumble. I have a new channel called Mike's main Rumble account, I think it's called. I also have a Rumble channel called Mike's Targeted Video Truth and Solutions. Another channel called Mike's Health Fitness. So if you want to make health fitness videos, I upload it to that channel. So, beware of Joe Rogan is a deep state shill. And I'm not joking, I can tell. Me making videos about shills, I seem to be worried about that. Do you know how many videos I got approved for hate speech? Joe Rogan exposed. And it seems to be a pattern. I make a video on Joe Rogan being a deep state shill, and the deep state seems to be, oh, this is a touchy topic, we gotta pull the video. I made a video, Joe Rogan is a shill. Shills for the official story on 9/11. I got a hate speech track on that video. I made another video, Joe Rogan is a deep state shill. Shills for the alien deception. Got that video pulled. So I've had several videos pulled by YouTube when I make videos exposing Joe Rogan as a deep state puppet shill. So, Joe Rogan is a deep state puppet shill. And he's one of these shills that they take orders from the deep state. And what are some ways that he shill for the deep state? By promoting psychedelic drug use. Okay, that's a deep state agenda. They promote that. They started that culture change in what, the 70s. Tune in, tap out, drop out, whatever. They are promoting the alien deception. They want people to believe in aliens, little green men, UFOs. And I don't give a shit. I gotta keep exposing Joe Rogan whenever I feel like it. I haven't made videos on Joe Rogan for a while. But I got so many platforms where it's not just YouTube. I can make videos on TikTok, Joe Rogan exposed, Instagram. I can even mentioning Joe Rogan, you are a deep state shill, okay? Now here's the point. The deep state control this world system. And part of how they control the masses is to control who the masses listen to. So they obviously gonna if anybody's gonna be controlled, it's gonna be something like Joe Rogan. That's the biggest podcast. Even Duncan Trussell, his friend, said, "You know what, Joe? I'm worried about you. There's gonna be people approaching while they show you like a briefcase, gonna get you to stop being a puppet for them." Yeah, that's all that happened. Joe Rogan is a deep state shill. Okay, he's a deep state shill. He's also one of these people that taught me with passive aggressiveness, throwing shade in my videos. I'm not joking. I know this sounds crazy, but that's the truth. I get targeted by major shill influencers because the deep state know how dangerous I am to them, and they have to work to target me in different ways. And part of the target I get is I get targeted by influencer YouTubers. If I subscribe to a person's YouTube channel, it doesn't take long until you get put up to work in some little targeting thing in there. And they want to be plausible. But when I his point, Rogan's the deep state shill. He said on, but didn't have on Stevie Greer. He had on this fake con artist Bob Lazar. He had on this F-16 fighter pilot, and now he had on this woman shilling for the alien deception. Oh, Mike had a video 4 years ago saying Rogan's deep state shill. He's shilling for the deep state alien agenda, the deception. Yeah, because that's one of the deceptions that they're working to have the masses believe. And don't come in writing comments in this chat if you're a little coward, hide anonymity. Because I have the courage to be out here saying what I'm saying, not hiding. And I'm not interested in having little loser freaks come in attacking my chat when I don't even have the balls to talk shit without hiding anonymity. Okay? It's very rare. It's very rare. So anyway, that's the point. Droga is a deep state shill on a puppet. And I don't care if I go really hard on him, and you better believe I can have an effect if I go hard on you, Joe. Understand? Expose you is what you are. If there's anybody who don't want exposing you, it's me. Okay? I didn't get an invite to your podcast, understand? I've been acting on years, talk about you, mentioning Joe Rogan experience. You have no excuse to go like I never heard the guy. If you Google yourself, you should have seen my video show up. You could invite me to your podcast. So if I go hard exposing your ass now as a deep state puppet shill, and you don't like it, if that, Well, you could invite me to your podcast, and maybe I'll be more friendly then. Oh, Drogon invited to this podcast. That is a good thing. Okay, I don't feel like I need to expose him that hard. Drogon is a deep state chill. Okay. Why have you not invited me or Tom Levy to a YouTube channel? Huh? Why did you not invite Tom Levy? You had Sister Halfus on. Why did you invite Tom Levy to be a guest on your podcast next time? Why don't you invite Tom Levy to be a guest on your podcast and talk about vitamins? I'm interested in health fitness. Why don't you invite Tom Levy? Meaning, it's like if I go invite me, it's like that easier to discredit that. But Mike, you have 3,000 followers on YouTube. Nobody knows who you are. Stuff like this. But it's like Tom Levy is an author, several books. He's been a guest on major YouTube channels like Ben Asadi. Samantha, some Indian actress that has what? Hundreds of thousands of views at least. Subscribers. She met David Beckham. Okay? So, Tom Levy went and shook hands with RFK, according to Tom Levy's Instagram. I didn't verify that, but he uploaded a picture of him shaking hands with RFK. So he's been to the White House, Tom Levy. So why don't you invite Tom Levy to your podcast to talk about vitamins? Vitamin C and other vitamins. So yeah, beware of Tom Levy's deep state puppet show. I'm a Christian Todd Reader. I'm a total deep state. And check out my Rumble channels.